we are back today with Professor Gyutag Lee for the fun interview of the day. So we will go straight into that. First of all, what are your hobbies?
Hobbies. If I have some certain free time and I bring my own camera outside to take some pictures. Not really pictures of the human beings, but most of like the landscapes or like sceneries or something.
Ooh, awesome. Okay, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food. Although I'm Korean, I am not really good at eating very spicy food.
Me too. Me too.
You don't really good. You are not really good at.
I like food? It, but my body doesn't like it.
Yeah, right. True. I'm actually exactly the same with you. For example, I like tteokbokki, but most tteokbokki are very spicy, so my body cannot. Digest all those food.
Yeah. Sometimes I ask if they can make it a little
less spicy.
Yes.
Or like
because I still like it.
Yeah, right. True. So rather than all those spicy food, I prefer Tex-Mex.
Really?
Yeah, right. Because when I was young, there was a very first Taco Bell opened Korea. It was the early 1990s, nearby my house. So I could have a kind of rare opportunity compared to other Koreans who did not know much about Taco Bells at the time, because it was located right next to my apartment. So I could go there, and I came to love all those like Taco Bell's food, and I came to know what the Tex-Mex food was. Although Taco Bell was not a great food, still it is kind of like kind of fast food or something. After that, when I came to United States to study in the late 2000s, I could find greater Tex-Mex restaurant in the United States. I don't exactly know whether I can say it is good or not, or kind of Chipotle or something.
Right.
Right, and some other places such as Rio Grande, located in Fairfax, which was also the great Tex-Mex restaurant. So yeah, I came to love with that, and I still love it. Although there are not many Tex-Mex restaurants here in South Korea. But
actually, I'm from Texas.
Oh,
so I understand. I love Tex-Mex too. Oh my gosh.
Great.
And it is difficult finding
here
in Korea, but when I can, I'm like so happy. We seem like we have similar food tastes.
Great.
What is your favorite song?
I'm a music professor, right? So it is really hard to answer. There are too many great songs in the world, not only in Korea, not only in the United States. But if I can say not the actual great song, but the favorite musicians that I like, because I like most of their songs. Especially from the United States, I love the music of Prince.
Okay.
And also, I love the music of Michael Jackson. And although he's not American, but he's from Britain, I love the music of George Michael. All of them actually passed away. Yes. Still, yeah, I love their music. Since I was very young, and still I love their music, although they cannot make any new albums. Great
they have that
writers.
effect, yeah.
Right.
It still goes on even after they're
right. True.
I agree. What is your number one place of recommendation to go in Korea?
In Korea, one of the city that I really like is Sokcho. Have you heard of
Sokcho?
Located in Gangwon-do area, the very east shore of South Korea.
Okay.
It is near to, of course, East Sea. There is a big, the great mountain which is called Seorak-san or Seorak Mountain.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, Sokcho is the city where there is a great beach, as well as the great mountain. It is near to North Korea, not really far from them, but still, I love that place. So almost every summer I visit the Sokcho to see the great East to see it, and also to climb up the mountain as well. Yeah, I love that city.
Wow.
It's great. Also, there are many great foods. There is Sokcho such as naengmyeon, the cold noodle, right, and other food with potato, because Sokcho is famous for its delicious potato as well.
Oh. Like when you were a college student, did it feel like?
I actually enjoyed my college years, but you know, every Korean male in their 20s go to do their military service. So
Right.
after completing all the military service, I went to my MA course, the graduate school. It was a very different environment that I had compared to the college years. Although it was the very same university, yes, it was a very different situation that I did not really expect. But still, I enjoyed it. I also studied for 1 year in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, University of Tokyo.
Oh wow.
Yeah, after completing all of my coursework of MA in Seoul National University, I had to graduate, but I tried to do some other things rather than graduate early. So I decided to study in University of Tokyo as a researcher, not a student to take the class, but actually I took the class. Also very interesting experience that made me decide to study not only in Korea but also in going abroad. Decided to study in the United States, the other place rather than Korea and Japan.
Personally, I think it's really important to try to at least to study abroad once.
Right, true.
Because you are really getting that experience and learning about like a full new culture while also learning your classes.
Right, true.
I feel like it's so convenient, but also like really good for people. You know?
Right, I agree.
Oh, where are you from? And like, can you describe your hometown?
Hometown. Yeah. I was born in Seoul. And you know, Seoul is a kind of big city. I was born in Daechi-dong, which is located in Gangnam district, Gangnam area. At that time, these days, Daechi-dong is very famous or even notorious for too much passionate education, you know, center of the education.
Okay.
So there are many Hagwon, have you heard of Hagwon
right.
or all these institutions? Many of the great institutions are located at that town, Daechi-dong, which I lived there for almost 30 years. Not perfectly developed, so it was the very place where there was a kind of big apartment as well as some like farms or an old Korean housing also located right next to the very modern and luxurious apartment, which was very interesting place. So I remember the days, but sometimes I visited Daechi-dong these days, I becomes very surprised at how much it has been changed, you know.
Right. What is your favorite movie or show right now?
I enjoyed these days a TV series called Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha.
I'm watching that.
Yeah, you
I started it recently.
Oh, really?
I'm on episode 2.
Oh, okay. Actually, do you know that the Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, the original storyline is from the film?
Oh, really?
It was released several years ago, and it is now remade as a TV series. Actually, it was a film. Anyway, I enjoyed it, and I think that I know that there is a kind of big fever about the Squid Game these days, but rather than I do not say that Squid Game is not interesting, but still, if you want to know more about the very typical but great Korean TV series, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha might be the one. The Squid Game is more of the very, not really Korean thing, you know, more of the very universal or general kind of like narrative and storyline, but Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha very Korean.
Squid Games reminds me of like Hunger Games.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's kind of like that kind of adventure story.
Try. I agree with that. Yeah, right.
Where right now do you want to travel the most?
Right now, it does not have to be Korea, right?
It can be anywhere.
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Right. Actually, was early 2019. It was our couple's 10th wedding anniversary, 2019. So we decided to go Hawaii with my daughter because actually we wanted to go Hawaii as a honeymoon, but we couldn't because of several issues. So we decided to go Hawaii to celebrate the 10th wedding anniversary, and it was very great. Yeah, even better than I expected. So I missed the days when I was in Hawaii I was there for 2 weeks, and great weather, you know, kind of relaxing mood.
I went to visit
Oh, you
when I
visited
was
Hawaii.
like very, very
Oh,
young.
too young.
Yeah, so I don't remember anything. I want to go back. Do you prefer going to like a restaurant and eating out, or do you like to cook at home?
I prefer actually eating out in great restaurant, but still I sometimes try to do cooking. I cannot say I'm really good at like making food, but still I can do something. I can make something, such as like 된장찌개 or kimchi. That's certain Korean style stew, or like some noodles, including even spaghetti, which is not really difficult to make.
Yeah. No, I'm not good at cooking, but I mean I can like follow the instructions.
Yeah, right. True.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then our last question is, if you could talk to anybody who has like ever lived, so they could be alive right now or they could be past, who would that person be?
It might be my grandmother. Grandma, because we live a bit far away from grandmother's place, so I did not have a very close relationship with my grandmother. Actually, I had a close relationship with my grandfather, but after he passed away, and there are several issues, so we could not visit our grandmother very often, only like once a year or so. So there was not enough time for us to get closer. So if I could meet her again, then I try to make more, closer relationship with them to know more about her, because there are many people have great memories about their grandmother, fathers or so, but I actually had a great memory with my grandmother's in-law, but know more about her.
I understand. Well, thank you so much for this
you're welcome.
interview, guys. I hope you enjoyed getting to know Professor Gyutag Lee today. I hope you had a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye-bye.